This is Opinions in the Mic, and these are my opinions. Now, for this video, I'm talking about the Call of Duty franchise. Now, I've been familiar with this franchise for quite some time, and I'm just a guy, and I'm talking. I just felt like making a video talking about this franchise. So let's get into this. This isn't a ranked video, but it's I'm talking about all the Call of Duty games that I've played in order of release. Okay. Now, as you can see, this is the trailer from the original Call of Duty, which got released in 2003. And Call of Duty over the years, its philosophy and theme and what Activision and Treyarch want to advertise has changed quite a lot throughout the years. So in the original Call of Duty game, it took inspiration from Battlefield, the Medal of Honor, and other first-person shooter franchises in the past, but it's evolved. And Battlefield, I want to add that one as well. So as you can see in this trailer, it's it's about it's about the horrors of war, but it's done in sort of a respectful and honest way. So yeah, that was the original trailer of the 2003 Call of Duty. It was very grandiose. It took inspiration from Saving Private Ryan and other movies like it. It was like a very empathetic depiction of war, but it was entertainment at the same time. Now, Call of Duty Black Ops 6 is the latest release as of the recording of this video. And it's evolved into just this low attention span, like gladiator arena. And by the way, Call of Duty, it's been exactly just like this for the past probably 14 years. But anyway.
You down. Trolls around your home don't breathe, you're not safe underground. Political landscape shape has been polarized. Now it's time to rebuild the zeal. Everybody breathe, get mobilized. Breathe with me. Sometimes we gotta stop and breathe.
Yeah. But so basically Call of Duty has evolved into this, and it's been like this for quite a while. I think ever since Modern Warfare 2, not the new Modern Warfare 2, the original Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, which came out in 2009, and Call of Duty has been just like this ever since. It's just a battle arena. Now, okay. I know we should have talked about Call of Duty 1, but I haven't had much experience playing Call of Duty 1. I played the demo of the game back in the day. Back in the day, meaning like 2014 probably. I remember playing the demo back then. I quite liked Call of Duty 1. It was very simple. Back in the day, the original Call of Duty games depicted World War II, and they did so for quite a while. That was their origins because it took inspiration from Battlefield and Medal of Honor. And back then, back in Call of Duty 1, you had health packs, wherein ever since Call of Duty 2, you'll just heal by just naturally heal. You wouldn't have to use a health pack. So you'll see some red, some blood in your screen. You duck into cover, and then eventually you'll be at full health. But Call of Duty 1 didn't have that. You had health packs. Now, I liked Call of Duty 1. I like to purchase a copy, but I can't really find one. I mean, I can purchase a copy off of Amazon, but they're a bit expensive. Whatever. Now, Call of Duty 2, this is a hot take. Most people who are a fan of the Call of Duty franchise, they hardly ever talk about Call of Duty 2. But I think this is the best game of the franchise. It's so simple, but it's so much fun. Like the campaign is maybe not my favorite. I think Call of Duty 4 is better, but and there is no sprint button in this game. Call of Duty 1 doesn't have a sprint button either, but it's so simple and so well done. It's very realistic as well. Well, not totally realistic. Probably if you're playing on, I've forgotten what the hardest difficulty's name is called. So you have recruit, veteran. Yes. If you're playing on veteran difficulty, maybe it might be a little bit realistic, um, but the game's so simple and effective. It's a lot of fun, and you don't need a sprint button. The early Halo games didn't have a sprint button, and they're still fun. Halo 4 added a sprint button, which was a big mistake. You don't need a sprint button. Doom doesn't have a sprint button. But yeah, I love Call of Duty 2. It's like Call of Duty 4, but with worse graphics set in World War II. That's the best way I would describe Call of Duty 2. Now, Call of Duty 3, I haven't. I know this is the PlayStation 2 version. I have a copy on my Xbox 360. It's just not very good. It's a worse version of Call of Duty 2, and there is a reason why people don't talk about Call of Duty 3. I've finished most Call of Duty campaigns. I was just so bored, and it's very restrictive. Call of Duty 2's mission design, they were much more open. Missions more. There was so much freedom in Call of Duty 2, whereas Call of Duty 3, it felt very restrictive. It's just a much worse version of Call of Duty 2. Call of Duty 1 was much better. Yeah, Call of Duty 3, very poor. There's not much to talk about. I'm not going to be adding any clips showing off Call of Duty 3. Yeah. Okay, so this is the beginning of the Call of Duty Modern Warfare trilogy, starting with Call of Duty 4. So these are the antagonists of the franchise, of the Modern Warfare trilogy. So you have General Shepard, spoiler alerts. Not that I really care. I mean, General Shepard portrays Soap. I can't really remember. I lose track. Then you have Makarov on the left, who's a terrorist. He's this Russian terrorist. Pretty much your average action movie villain. Average action movie villain. That's what the Call of Duty franchise kind of is. It's sort of like a Michael Bay action movie franchise. So you have Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. I think this might be my third or second favorite of the franchise. So yeah, Call of Duty started off really, really strong as a franchise. I don't think they're as good as Halo, but they're great in their own right. They're a lot of fun. It probably has the best best campaign out of all the other Call of Duties. Like, Orgully Dark is the best mission of the whole franchise, and I really don't think they've lived up to it. There have been some missions which have taken inspiration, but they haven't lived up to how good Orgully Dark is. But there's so many good missions in Call of Duty 4. I actually think it's so much more fun to play than the other Modern Warfare games. I just love it. Now, World at War. I love World at War. It is it's a big improvement on Call of Duty 3, that's for sure. I don't think it's as good as Call of Duty 2. Oh yeah, and this is the first Call of Duty which introduced the whole campaign multiplayer zombies, because World at War introduced zombies, Nazi zombies. I mean, obviously multiplayer has been around since probably Call of Duty 2, but I think ever since Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare came out, multiplayer for Call of Duty began to become much more popular. And zombies, probably right now, is the best thing about Call of Duty, especially in its prime. And the campaigns, the stories are just lame. It's the campaigns in Call of Duty nowadays are probably just like Assassin's Creed. Like, who really cares about the story of Assassin's Creed? I mean, the story of Assassin's Creed hardly makes any sense. Yep, and this is where they introduce one of my favorite characters, Viktor Reznov. I love him in World at War. Not as much in Black Ops, I'm sorry, but I like this character. But yeah, World at War has a very detailed gore system as well. So it's sort of like a more advanced version of Call of Duty 4. And the campaign is really good. I don't like it as much as Call of Duty 4, but this is a great game, don't get me wrong. I mean, it's better than most other Call of Duty games. It is a lot of fun to play. The last mission is awesome. And it introduced zombies, as previously mentioned. And zombies is so much fun. Yeah, this was my introduction to zombies. This is Nocturne Totem. It's a very simple zombie map, but it's so much fun to play. Yeah, I haven't played it or been invested in Call of Duty in some time, so sometimes I forget. This is one Vietnamese World at War map which I've forgotten. But yeah, this map was my introduction. Love zombies. And now this is what zombies has evolved into. So this is gameplay from Call of Duty Black Ops 6. And as you can see, I mean, it looks fun. And the zombies have health bars for some reason, which I don't think is a good idea. Makes it look worse. And there's too many icons on the screen at the same time, which isn't a good thing. It kind of looks like a mobile game, as I'm looking at more of this footage. Okay, Modern Warfare 2. I love Modern Warfare 2. Love Modern Warfare 2. Now, I think Call of Duty, I might be wrong, reached its peak either with Modern Warfare from Call of Duty 4 to Black Ops 2. I think Call of Duty was in its prime, especially Black Ops 2. Black Ops 2 is still probably, I might be wrong, the most popular game of the franchise. It's either Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 1, arguably, and World at War, but people don't play World at War for the multiplayer. They more talk about Call of Duty World at War in a nostalgic sense. Same with Call of Duty 4. And Call of Duty 2 hardly ever gets mentioned. It's irrelevant. You know. But yeah, I really enjoy Modern Warfare 2. It's a good campaign, not as good as Call of Duty 4, but it's really, really fun. It's really, really solid. In terms of gameplay, it's a lot faster, it's more smooth. I think it has more variety of weapons. And the multiplayer was a huge improvement. Some may disagree with me. It was more addictive, more fun. Yes, it had more hackers and people just launching grenade launchers at you and hacking the server. It was really, really fun. And I think this game started the whole quick scoping trend, which went on for ages and ages and ages. Yeah, quick scoping. I was never really good at it. That's probably why I didn't like the quick scoping trend. Yeah, it's a bit of an insecurity in my head. Not a very, very valid insecurity. But yeah, Black Ops. I did not enjoy this as much as Modern Warfare 2. And I think this game is very overrated. I really did not like the campaign of this game. I think it had like 1 to 2 good missions. I think it has the same engine of World at War, but they've downgraded the gore system for World at War, and the mission structure felt much more restrictive, whereas World at War felt more open. Yeah, Black Ops I thought felt very restrictive, and the story was very confusing. It had like a good story, but it was very confusing. And to this day, I think I played the Black Ops campaign probably like 4 or 5 times, and I just don't get the story. I mean, it's partially my fault. I just don't like watching cutscenes. I just want to play. So that is like a problem on my part. Yeah, and Reznov comes back in this game, but he's a ghost. Spoiler alert, don't care. Now, Modern Warfare 3, it's Modern Warfare 2 all over again. It's a continuation of the story from Modern Warfare 2. It's not as good as Modern Warfare 2. I think it's literally it's the same game. It's exactly the same. Like, I mean, I get why they made the game. You had to continue the story, but it's the same game. They made no improvements. But yes, it's enjoyable. The multiplayer isn't as good as Modern Warfare 2 either. I mean, what is there to say? Yeah, Makarov dies at the end. Oh my god. Man, talking about this franchise is exhausting. Okay, this is so my favorite Call of Duty game is Call of Duty 2. Second favorite is Call of Duty 4. Third favorite, probably Black Ops 2 and World at War are probably par on par. I really, really love Black Ops 2. Really, really love Black Ops 2. This game is the peak of the franchise. This game, I think, did almost everything right. I thought the campaign was decent. Raul Menendez was a good villain. I sort of liked the story. But the multiplayer and the zombies were so much fun. This game was pure fun. I really, really loved Black Ops 2, and it was a huge improvement on Modern Warfare 3. Huge improvement. So many good weapons. And I think Black Ops 2 introduced the futuristic technology, which I really liked. And the multiplayer was awesome. Love the multiplayer. It was so fun just grinding and getting better and better and better. Ghost. Now, Ghosts is the black sheep of the franchise. The campaign was bad. The campaign was bad, and the multiplayer was just who cares? It's just another Call of Duty multiplayer. And I remember when this game came out, I think people were so disappointed that they just went back to Black Ops 2 again. That's how much of a disappointment Ghost was. It was such a nothing burger Call of Duty. Yeah, people just went right back to Black Ops 2 when this game came out back in 2013. Yeah, Black Ops 2 was huge for a while. That's how good Black Ops 2 was. Now, Advanced Warfare, same thing. This, I actually think Advanced Warfare is worse than Ghosts. So it takes the futuristic concept of Black Ops 2 and ramps it up. And I actually think this is worse than Ghosts. The campaign was worse. The multiplayer was maybe a little bit better because you have like boosters. You have like so you can like jump around the map with like futuristic boosters. But it's so much more boring. I really, really do not like Advanced Warfare. And the campaign was lame. I only really liked one mission, which is this mission being shown here, set in the snow. It's the only good mission. Most of the missions are really restrictive. Whatever futuristic advancement you have are all very, very scripted. You might as well just watch a movie, not even play a game. The game lacks interactivity. Yeah, I really, really don't like Advanced Warfare. I don't think it's my least favorite of the franchise, but I might have to reconsider, but it might be my least favorite of the franchise. I really, really don't like Advanced Warfare. And the zombies mode was rubbish as well. Yeah, I think I like Call of Duty Ghosts more than this. I just have bad memories playing this game. Probably wasn't in a very good place in my life, but I really, really don't like Advanced Warfare. Okay, Black Ops 3 is a big improvement on Advanced Warfare. The campaign is worse than Advanced Warfare, but the zombies and multiplayer are on point. The gameplay is better. I mean, the campaign is rubbish. I'll say again, the campaign is terrible, but the multiplayer is a huge improvement. Yeah, Black Ops 3 Zombies is a lot of fun, and so is the multiplayer. Anyways, I'm repeating myself. But yeah, overall, I like Black Ops 3, but the campaign is terrible. It's a huge improvement on Advanced Warfare. Infinite Warfare. Now, I have to say, it's not as bad as people say it is. The campaign is much, much better than Advanced Warfare in Black Ops 3. I'll give it that much. But the multiplayer is worse than Black Ops 3, and the zombies is much, much worse than Black Ops 3. And the campaign, while it's definitely better, it reminded me a lot of Advanced Warfare, where you have a celebrity, he's playing the main antagonist, where you had Kevin Spacey in Advanced Warfare. In this, you have Jon Snow. I've forgotten the actor's name, but you have Jon Snow in Game of Thrones playing the antagonist in Infinite Warfare, and this game got so much hate back in the day, probably much deserved, because they're taking the futuristic concept which has already been done and dusted, and they're doing the same thing. Call of Duty as a franchise have been doing the same thing for so long. What is he doing? No, whatever. Let's go to the next. Okay, so Call of Duty World War II. So this game is set in World War II because the fans of Call of Duty were complaining that Call of Duty should just go back to its roots, its World War II roots. So, because when Infinite Warfare came out, the trailer, which dropped, had so many dislikes. I think it's one of the most disliked videos on YouTube, period. And the fans wanted to. I think Call of Duty at this point was broken beyond repair, unless they made really, really serious changes. But I played World War II. I don't think I even finished the campaign. It was just so dull. So the fans want to go back to the roots, the World War II roots. They wanted none of that futuristic stuff, which they've been doing since, well, Black Ops 2 and Advanced Warfare. They wanted to go back to the roots. And when this game came out, the same, very similar responses. People generally didn't like this game. I don't like this game. The problems with the Call of Duty franchise goes far deeper than it just being futuristic. And this game proves this. It really does. Okay, so after World War II, they went back to the futuristic thing again. And this Call of Duty game did not have a campaign. It just doesn't have a story. So this game was like mostly focused on the multiplayer. And back in the day, Fortnite was really, really popular. And they capitalized on this by doing a game mode called Blackouts, where in 2018, when Battle Royale was very, very popular. So yeah, as you can see. Now, Modern Warfare. I haven't actually played this game. I tried to install it, but it didn't. The installation didn't work, so I had to return it. But I mean, I might return it again. I mean, the game seems interesting. I won't play the multiplayer because I'm just sick of Call of Duty multiplayer. I played enough of it, but yeah, and they remade the Modern Warfare trilogy over again, which is just shows the lack of like creativity Activision and Treyarch have. I mean, why would they do this? It's just sad. And this game came out in 2019, and Call of Duty has hardly changed. They're just Marvel at this point. And these other Call of Duty games, which came out after Modern Warfare, it's just the same thing over and over and over. Guys, I like the earlier Call of Duty games, but the franchise, I mean, they're still got to make money, but I mean, yeah, they just lack creativity now, and yeah, the franchise has died in my eyes. Yeah, it really has. But yeah, they're just my thoughts on the Call of Duty franchise. I just felt like I just felt like making a video just for the sake of it, talking about Call of Duty. Anyways, thanks so much for watching.